I'm seeing my searches are definitely changing. Dates aren't coming up, proper reports aren't coming up. I think the internet is definitely being manipulated in how we're seeing information. So you need to be aware that this is already something in motion. What you see is not being reported. It's being controlled what it is you see right now. And but I don't know, I'm still seeing some reports, but you got to dive in deep to it. When I do a search, on what's related to today's date, nothing's showing up. There are definitely manipulating what videos you see and what you don't see on YouTube. I did find one video that's interesting about the challenges for CEOs in the new year. And here's a thought. And if you watch it, this guy says Obama got elected because he was talking for the underdog, and that if Obama started listening to the underdog, then he'd be a lot more successful and we'd have a little bit more faith. He's definitely representing the corporate world right now, and he's not getting any support. Nothing's ever going to go right for him. Everything's going to crash as long as you're supporting the CEOs that are in existence today, because they're all friggin' psychopaths. But the challenge that every corporation's going to have right now is the fact that you can't trust your employees anymore because you've been infiltrated. It's like all employees, yeah, they got to get a job, they got to get a paycheck, but they're turning against their employers. And you can't protect yourself from that. You can't make people keep things a secret when you know that you're doing harm to them. So, I mean, the challenge for CEOs right now is, right now they don't give a shit about employees. So guess what? Now you got to sort of care about your employees. Now, CEOs don't care about the population. They don't care about killing people or causing harm to people. So you got to kind of stop that. You got to kind of care about people. Like, what a difference that would make is if you actually cared, if you actually attached yourself to human life and seen that, cost effective rules, is actually an admittance that you're willing to kill a few people for profit. That's what cost effective rules mean. It's not cost effective to do the right thing. Right now we're starting to see it's not cost effective not to do the right thing. You will lose, you will always lose, as long as, doing the wrong thing is the right thing to do. It's time to do the right thing, and that is put your employees number one. And employees are starting to, they are attached to their friends, they're attached to their families. We're starting to get that attachment again, even though the corporate world did as much as they possibly can to destroy family and friendships. We're starting to learn that family and friendships is the only way that we gain power against the corporate world. So while you're nice to your employees, you also have to be nice to the outside world, their family, their friends, because they're affected by the corporate world that they happen to work for. So this is a game that evil can never, ever, ever win. You can't design a computer system or a security system if you're a friggin' criminal, because you just can't do it. You just have to do the right thing now, or you won't get, it's being exposed. And this WikiLeaks is just creating that framework to expose all criminals at all times. That whether you control the justice system, we already know that the justice system is manipulated by the corporate world. It's manipulated by thieves. So we already know in this chaos that our justice system isn't something that you can trust. Police are not somebody that you can trust. So it's like the police are going to have to quit their jobs and form different types of community watch. We will be our own security and not go by the security that's being paid by these elite psychopaths that think they know what's right or wrong. And these psychopaths definitely have created an education system that creates more psychopaths. We're educating people to be psychopaths. And one example that I've seen in this is I went for a walk in this town I was living at that was about a mile away from the U.S. border. And I was out in the middle of nowhere, just the wilderness, wanted to go for a nice nature walk, when I got these Border Patrol guys coming out in the wilderness, with their trucks. Here I am, one single person with a bright pink backpack on that they clearly seen from the border. They were watching me. That I was at least a mile or two away from the border, but they thought that they had to stop me and question me. And at the end of the conversation, I said, I made the comment, don't you think you're a little paranoid? I'm just a single woman. You would have seen me if you're keeping that close of an eye on me. You would have seen me if I was crossing that border and maybe stopped me then. Right now you're kind of acting like you're a little paranoid. And the police officer literally told me that he's being trained to be paranoid. So they're paranoid schizophrenics. And they admit it. They're not scared to say that they're mentally ill. They're proud of it. This is our Canadian police. It's all over the place. Just a thought. Peace out.